Some players have become unrestricted free agents. What's up, Vikings Nation? Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, we know the season is over and done with, so it's only right that we talk about some of our players on our roster currently, or not anymore, who have become unrestricted free agents. We'll dive through. There's actually 5 of them that we're going to talk about today, and I'll give you my thoughts on whether we're going to bring them back or let them walk or what the scenario might be. So who are those 5 unrestricted free agents? Well, I think there's a couple here that are self-explanatory, but let's dive right into it. Starting off the bat, we have Patrick Peterson, okay? Look, he's getting up there in age. He has said in the past, I would like to stay with the Vikings for at least another season, whatever the case may be. We could sign him to another 1-year deal, which I'd be okay with, because at DB, we are not great. Okay, Cam Dantzler was dealing with injuries throughout the entire year. It seemed as if he was starting to find himself or get into his comfort zone a little bit, but then he got injured, and then Duke Shelley had to step in, which Duke Shelley, I hope he stays a Viking for as long as possible or until he starts to decrease in production. But I really like this, okay? Patrick Peterson is a vet. He knows what it takes to win ball games, and hey, he's a dog. Okay, so if he comes back into that DB room, it's going to help the younger guys like an Andrew Booth Jr. who's coming off that injury next season. It'll help Cam Dantzler maybe up his game a little bit. Duke Shelley will up his game, and so on and so forth. And who knows if we're going to end up drafting a corner. Now, if we do let Patrick Peterson walk, okay, we have to address that DB position. We have to go in free agency and pick somebody else up, or we have to draft somebody. So I would like a scenario where we could sign Pat P to at least 1 more season. I think that's very doable. Whether it just depends on the money. Then you look at Irv Smith Jr. Look, tight end. Okay, we got TJ Hawkinson this year via trade from the Detroit Lions. Thank you so much. So what do we do with Irv? Right, he's young, but he's cheap. Yeah, he's going to a contract year and stuff like that. But what has he done on the field other than not stay healthy, be injured? So he's cheap, and I like the idea of having 2 tight ends on the roster because that opens up the pass game just a little bit more. Okay, you have 2 big guys that are able to, well, TJ Hawkinson can go deep. Irv Smith can do these little short to medium routes, and you got Justin Jefferson and whoever is going to be on the other side, whether that's Adam Thielen if he decides to stay or restructure his contract, or KJ Osborne or whoever we bring in. Okay, Irv Smith, I think there's a good chance. There's a higher chance that we let him walk in free agency and kind of test the waters with Zach Munt, or Johnny Munt, excuse me, and can't think of the other guy off the top of my head, but you get it, okay? I think we're going to let Irv Smith kind of test the waters. We won't bring him back. Then you look at center Garrett Bradbury. This is going to be an interesting decision that we have to make. Look, we have a first-round pick. There is some decent centers. The number 1 ranked center is actually a Minnesota Golden Gopher. If he is available when we have our pick or when it's our turn to pick, I would take him, and then we wouldn't have to sign Bradbury. If you sign Bradbury, it's like, okay, we'll be fine at center for at least this season. Let's hope he stays healthy and performs better than he did this season and the prior seasons before that. So I think Bradbury is a legitimate case to where you bring him back and want him on the roster, especially you add to that depth at offensive line as well. So I think we'll get this deal done. I think it's a higher probability that we'll do so. Then we have running back Alexander Mattison. Look, a lot of people want us to have Mattison instead of Dalvin Cook. However, Mattison is going into a contract year. He's going to want some big-time money, but it's not as big as Dalvin Cook, so why not sign this guy? I like 2 running backs, 2 solid running backs. The NFL is moving towards that league where you have a Nick Chubb, a Kareem Hunt, or you have a what was the other one? There's multiple out there. You like to have 2 running backs in your system. Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots. You had Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers for the Rams, yada, yada. You get it, okay? Samaje Perine, Joe Mixon. So if we bring Alexander Mattison back, yes, it's going to take a little bit of a hit on our cap, but not as big as some may seem. However, I think if Mattison is smart, he's going to go test those waters and find somewhere else that's going to pay him more money, because I think he has the ability to be a starting running back in this league. I would love to see him back in the purple and gold, but who knows? Time will tell. And last but not least, kicker Greg Joseph. Probably not. I think we're just going to let him walk. Why not go sign a free agent kicker or draft a kicker or see what the case may be? But at the same time, he was consistent enough where we were winning ball games enough, okay? And he hit that game winner against the Giants, even though He didn't win us the game, or nobody won us the game against the Giants this past wildcard weekend. But Greg Joseph, I think we find a way to make it work. But at the same time, if there's better options available, let's snag those instead of going with Greg Joseph. So those are the 5 unrestricted free agents that we see right now. Patrick Peterson, Irv Smith Jr., Garrett Bradbury, and Alexander Madison, and also Greg Joseph. So you guys let me know in the comments who you would like to see back, if it's one of those guys, or if you want to let them see them kind of walk away and yada yada. Or what do you want us to do this offseason with our team? What do we need to address? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 900 subs, so you can help me reach that goal by hitting that little subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and SKOL Vikes.